How you doing, guys? Hope everyone's having a good day. This is Crypto Savvy with your Litecoin update. I haven't done a video in a little while, and today we're going to discuss, is Litecoin about to break out?
One, two, three, jump!
What's up, guys? Looking at Litecoin here today. Before I begin, I want to start out by saying I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, and this is my opinion and my opinion only of the market. So with that being said, if you're investing or trading in the market, I suggest you do your own due diligence and your own research, as this market is very volatile. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to the video. Click the subscribe button in the lower right hand side of the screen. It's free. There's no paid service, none of that. And give it a thumbs up if you like the content. With that being said, I am going to jump into the video here, and we're looking at the Litecoin on the daily, and I've been looking at this falling wedge, and if this falling wedge is correct, we've broken out. But usually, if you break out, it's more of a more of a thrust up, and we're kind of treading sideways. So, I'm gonna look in a little deeper and try to figure out what's going on here. So, let's go into the 4-hour. And see what we're looking at. I have some targets here on the 4-hour. Let me move in a little bit better. There we go. All right, so looking at the 4-hour, if you look, I've drawn this trend line here up top. Excuse me, was what we were looking at as a possible inverse head and shoulders, and I had the line across here where this support and resistance line is at the 36, but as you can see, I've moved it up to the wicks, these two wicks here, as I believe this will be a resistance line in the future. So, as you can see, it looks like we're traveling within this channel here, and like inside the channel, there is right here. I'll zoom in a little bit, but there's a symmetrical triangle right here, and symmetrical triangles can break up or down. And some people, I know, and I can see why I would think this is a bear pennant, but I guess we'll see as how that plays out. But anyways, I want to go into the RSI real quick. We'll go into the daily RSI. And this, I've had this ascending, broadening wedge drawn out for quite a while, and as you can see, we seem to be staying in it. Now, if anybody's watching this, I suggest you draw these trend lines right here on the tips of this. And if we drop down below this, we could have a massive sell-off, which obviously would point towards the going down. Now, if we are to bounce up from this, we could possibly go as high as up here in the 85 range, somewhere in there. And if you look back on the chart, that is possible. We've been up much higher than that. So we could make a move to go touch the top of that. That is the bullish idea. But let's get back into the charts here and kind of look at where we're at. So I'm going to zoom in on the 4-hour, and I'll zoom in on the 1-hour in a little bit here. But first of all, on the 4-hour, and this, excuse me, this is the symmetrical triangle I was talking about, and I think possibly should put this line on these two wicks here. As you can see, we have more time to play around in this symmetrical triangle. So, and this is on the 4-hour, so it could be, we could possibly be in here a day, 2 days. But I would definitely keep a close eye on this triangle right here, because if we break out to the top of it, my target for that, the short-term target, is right around the 3470 area. And again, these are short-term targets, and I'll look into the larger view targets here afterwards. But if we were to break out, as you can see, the measured move for that would be around the 3470 range, and this range acted as a resistance back here. So And if we were to break above that, you know, once we hit here, anything could happen, as in, you know, create a bull flag and pop up and go further up and end up in, you know, going towards the top of this channel, which is definitely possible. Now I'm going to look at if it was to break down out of this triangle, you would want to do your measured move right down to the bottom of the triangle here, which gets us in the vicinity of 20, 26.50 area, $26, $27 area. And again, there's a resistance line that was resistance back here. You can see the 3 touches, and then we broke through, and that should become support. So if we were to break down, we would definitely get a bounce here, or, you know, at least a pause in the market, maybe some sideways motion. And that, again, that's if we were to break down. I think I'm still a little bullish right now. I believe we have a good chance of bouncing up out of this. And I'm going to go into, now this is the longer term. If we were to break out of this channel, do a measured move in this channel, you do the same thing. You go from the top of the channel straight down to the bottom, and we would move this up to where it could possibly break out. And this is just a guess, but this is to get an idea. If we were to break up, you know, I see us right where this channel and this trend line right here meet. That's where I'm just going to use as an example spot if we broke out. Now, if we were to break out there, you can see that brings us to around the 55.50 range where we've had resistance before, which makes a lot of sense. There's a nice cluster here and a cluster here, you know, where it was support here, and we broke it. It became resistance. We broke through again. It became support, and then we broke through again, and it became resistance again. And that lines up really well in this 55.50 area. Now, on the bearish scenario, let's go down here and take that same measured move and say we broke out down out of that symmetrical triangle, which would also take us out of this channel. And the total measured move, you know, this would be over time. I don't see us going straight down from there. But if it did break, you know, we would be looking at the $18 range for a possible support area. That would be a measured move. And like I said, these aren't guaranteed to play out. This just gives us an idea. So, yeah, I guess that's what we're looking at now. That's my short term and my longer term targets, my short term and midterm, I would guess you would say. But like I said, I'm kind of steering towards the bullish outlook here, which I could be wrong. It could go down from here. But I did, you know, I suggest you guys draw your trend lines and really watch this area closely, and it will, you know, give you a view on where to look and watch for the breakout. Like I said, the first breakout I'm looking for is a symmetrical triangle right here. With that being said, if you like the video and you like the content, please give me a thumbs up. And there should be a logo of my logo over my head. If you want to click that to subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. And if you belong to any groups or anything, please share the video. Get it out there for me. Thank you.